Hello, namaste and good morning. You all are welcome to the digital platform of Learnsic. I hope your preparation is going very widely. Today I have brought a speech here with you. So right now let's learn some rules. Let's learn some examples of speech. Okay. While defining a speech, this is the oldest form of grammatical portion. From the very earlier, our friends, our brothers, they are learning the very grammatical portion of a speech. So we are also very much familiar with the term speech. I hope you have also gone through this speech during your class 10, class 9 and class 8 as well. So the very rules about speech, that is indirect or direct, or somehow it is also called reported speech, or some of us also called it narration, isn't it? Whatever the name is or whatever the term that is used for its exploration, okay, I might hope you have gone through it, you have practices a lot of sentences, you have transformed many indirect speech from direct speech. So I think this is not going to be tough to you, and I will always make you the very content a piece of cake. Okay, going to be very comfortable with this type of practices. So actually, what is a narration, or let's say what is speech? Okay, so it is an act of reporting the words of a speaker, okay, while defining speech, or let's say it is an act of reporting the words of a speaker, isn't it? हाम्रो गाउँघरतिर कुरा लाउने बानी हुन्छ कि हुँदैन? We practice that. मलाई फलानुले यस्तो भन्यो, हुबहु नक्कल गरेर हामीले सुनाउने गर्छौं नि अर्को सेकेन्ड पर्सनलाई, isn't it? फलानुले मलाई यस्तो भनेको थियो. Yes, we repeatedly report to our friends or to the near or dear ones, isn't it? So it is an act of reporting, okay, report garnu. It is an act of reporting the words of a speaker, right? So there are two ways of reporting the things. We have two ways of reporting the things, and what are they? They are direct speech and indirect speech. All right, under this speech, we have very two ways of expressing it, or let's say we have very two ways of reporting it, that is none other than direct speech and indirect speech, and the terms itself is very much common to you. Let's go to another slide. All right, what is direct speech? Okay, many of us already practices some, but we may not know what exactly it is. How can we define direct speech? All right, if we know direct speech, or if we can define it in words, or let's say theoretically, then probably, okay, most probably we can know the exact meaning of it, okay, we can know the exact rules of it, and we can also get the perception of speech. Okay, if we know exactly the perception, then it's going to be very comfortable to solve, or let's say to resolve the problems here with. Now direct speech repeats or quotes the exact words. Now listen here, direct speech repeats. All right, somebody is going to repeat the same thing. Yes, it always repeats of or quotes. Okay, quotes. All right, the exact word, हुबहु. Okay, Xerox भन्छ नि, photocopy. All right, हुबहु, not the duplicate. Original जस्तो छ त्यस्तै हुबहु, कति पनि नघटाई कति पनि नबढाई, as it is. Somebody is going to quote or somebody is going to report. All right, spoken by the speaker. मैले भने नि अघि फलानुले यस्तो भनेको थियो है भन्ने कुरालाई चाहिँ नघटाई, न एक्जेजरेट गरेर, न म्यानिपुलेट गरेर, न भनेको भन्दा बढी वर्ड्सहरु घटाएर. ओके, as it is, we are going to report somebody, that is called direct speech, or let's say some of us also called it direct speech. All right. Now, for example, okay, after defining the very, direct speech, let's do one example, and after this example, we are going to get the exact perception of direct speech. What exactly direct speech is? All right. He said, I go to school. Okay. He said, now see the things. He said, pachadi, what is there? Comma is there. And then double inverted comma le quote gareko cha hai. No need to underline. Maile yo highlight. Actually, I have highlighted the very things. I go to school. Okay. He said, I go to school. अब यो I go to school लाई we can also termed it reported speech actually. Alright. अब यसलाई कसरी गर्ने? By repeating the words spoken. Alright. Or by repeating the words spoken, indirect speech or repeated reported speech. You know, अब यसलाई नै repeat गर्नु छ अब हामीले. कसैले केही भन्यो, I go to school त कसैले भनिसक्यो. अब he, somebody, he might be Ram, Sam, whatever the name is, उसले के गर्दैछ? He said, I go to school. Okay? उसले के भनिरहेछ? I go to school. Okay? Note the above sentence. The above sentence that is within inverted commas. See, within inverted commas is direct speech. Okay. Which one is direct speech? Yes, this one is direct speech. Direct speech मा के हुनु पर्दो रहेछ? He said भनेर त्यहाँनेर कमा, त्यस पछाडि कसैले भनेको कुरा अथवा उसैले भनेको कुरालाई डबल इन्भर्टेड कमाले कोट गरिएको हुनुपर्ने रहेछ. So the above sentence that is within, inverted commas is in direct speech. यो चाहिँ केमा छ? Direct speech, as it is exactly the same sentence told by the speaker. Who is the speaker here? He is the speaker. He is, telling the things. He told that I go to school, or let's say he went to school. Okay. Now, what is indirect speech? I hope you are getting my point. Be very watchful. What is indirect speech? Okay. In the reported or indirect speech, we do not report the exact words. Okay. We do not report. हामी यहाँ report गर्दै छैनौं. Exact words of the speaker, but convey the meaning of a person's speech. यसमा चाहिँ उसले के भनेको थियो भनेर डाइरेक्ट हामी कसैलाई रिपोर्ट गर्दैनौं, तर एक्ज्याक्टली मिनिङ जे छ त्यो चाहिँ कन्वे गर्ने काम गर्छौं. त्यो चाहिँ कसैलाई सर्कुलर दिने गर्छौं है, फलानुले यस्तो भनेको थियो है भनेर एक्ज्याक्ट वर्ड नभए पनि त्यसलाई चाहिँ के गर्छौं त, कसैलाई हामीले इन्फर्म गर्ने काम गर्छौं. त्यो मेसेज के दिने, डेलिभर गर्ने काम गर्छौं. Suppose he said that, अघिको direct speech मा थियो, he said I go to school. Okay. अब now we have transformed the very direct speech into indirect speech, and what it becomes now, we have, we have avoid that inverted commas. Now there is no comma, there is no inverted commas. Okay. The very sentence, it was inside inverted comma before, but now there is no commas. Now he said that he went to school. Okay. अब went कसरी भयो ma'am? You may say that. You may say that. Exactly, you are going to ask me the very question. I will tell you later. Okay. There are several rules of reported speech, or let's say speech, that we have to follow at any cost. Okay. So later on, I will tell you what are those rules we have to follow during solving the problems of speech. Okay. Now, just understand the indirect speech of he said I go to school. School is he said that he went to his school. Now, various factors are considered while changing direct speech into indirect speech. धेरै कुराहरू, धेरै फ्याक्टर्सहरूलाई हामीले के गर्नुपर्छ? Consider गर्नुपर्छ while changing, okay, while transforming direct speech into indirect speech. For example, जस्तै हेर्नु त, modals. If there is modal verbs, okay, can, could, may, might, will, would, if such modal verbs are there, then we have to change those modal verbs, okay. If there is will, then we have to make would. If there is shall, then we have to make should. You know the things, it's very common. So we have to be careful on time also. If there is tomorrow, then probably that is adverbial, they are the frequency of adverbials, isn't it? So अब time छ भने whatever the time is, either tomorrow or either yesterday, okay, if it is time, we have to change that. We shouldn't copy the same thing. Sorry. For example, tomorrow, what will be the, okay, changing time of tomorrow? Okay, so the next day, the following day. Now place, here छ भने there, okay. Pronoun, we have to change pronouns, we have to change tenses, we have to be very very careful. Reported speech मा tense मा एकदमै careful हुनुपर्छ. I have brought many examples here with, later on I will change those tenses. कुन simple present हुँदा कुन tense मा लाने, okay, simple past मा हुँदा कुन tense मा लाने, right, we will solve that. So punctuation, now we have to be very careful on punctuation also. Listen, there is no punctuation here, look. So direct speech, indirect speech. Let me check. All right. Okay. Now another factors are there. These are the exact rules which we should follow during converting direct speech into indirect speech. Now be very careful, okay. पहिला direct speech मा हुन्छ, त्यसपछि indirect speech मा लाँदै गर्दा what should we do? Simple present मा verb 1 or verb 5 छ भने we have to convert the very simple present into simple past, okay. Now present continuous भन्ने बित्तिकै is, am, are, okay, plus verb ing. Yes, present continuous tense मा छ भने we have to change those present continuous tense into past continuous, and we have to make, if there is, we have to make was, if there is are, we have to make were. In this way, we have to change direct speech into indirect speech. These are the basic rules, these are the fundamental rules which we should follow, okay, during speech. All right. Now, if there is present perfect, okay, see the structure of present perfect, have, has, have or has plus verb 3, or let's say verb 3 is also called past participle. So we have to change it into past perfect. Listen here, present perfect, now past perfect, that is to say there will be no option of has or have, there will be only had. We have only limitation, that is had plus verb 3. Yes, same, verb 3, past participle, past participle. So here will be two options, have or has, and these two have or has will have only one option, that is had, and we are going to put the same verb 3 past participle form here with. So present, in terms of present perfect continuous tense, okay, there will be have or has plus been plus verb 4, okay, यस्तो छ भने हामीले के चेन्ज गर्ने भयौं त, present लाई we are going to make it past, okay, and then let it be perfect, continuous, okay, have, has plus been plus verb 3, all right, had been plus verb 4. Here is also had been plus verb 4. Now, if there is simple past form, we have to change it into past perfect. If there is past continuous, was, were plus verb 4, also again we have to put into past perfect continuous tense. Now see, past perfect त हो, तर was were आएपछि यहाँनिर के छ? It is in continuous form. So we have to carry the very continuous form here also. But we need to be very careful on past perfect. If there is shall plus verb 1, we should convert into should or would or verb 1. If there is will plus verb 1, we have to convert it into would plus verb 1. If there is can plus verb 1, we have to convert into could plus verb 1. Okay. Now see, let's have some examples on the basis of that. Yes, the very first thing I am going to tell you is that we have some rules. Of course, I have also explained some of the rules here with you, but there are also other rules that we have to follow. Okay, the very first rule is that, if the sentence is in present form, or let's say whatever, reported speech ma, or let's say is speech ma, direct bada indirect ma लाँदै गर्दा, we have to, make it, or let's say we have to transform it into past form. Got it? Yes, we have to. For example, I want to go to the flashback of passive voice. We can't imagine any voice without past participle. Yes or not? Do you agree or not? Exactly. We can't imagine any voice exactly without, verb 3 or let's say past participle. कुनै पनि voice past participle बिना हामी imagine गर्न सक्दैनौं. त्यस्तै स्पीचमा पनि we have to convert it into past tense. The very fundamental rule is that. And listen, if there is in the sentences, or let's say if the direct speech form is in question and the answer, if that answer comes into yes or no, are you listening me? यदि एन्सर चाहिँ yes or no मा आउँछ भने, yes no question मा yes or no मा आउँछ, यस्तो खालकोलाई इन्डाइरेक्ट स्पीचमा लानु छ भने, रिपोर्टेड स्पीचमा कन्भर्ट गर्नु छ भने, in such a case, okay, you have to put, can you guess? Okay, you have to put not other than, that is, sorry, I'm going to write, okay, we have to write if or whether. We have two options. Yes, in what case? यदि क्वेशन चाहिँ इन्डाइरेक्ट डाइरेक्ट स्पीच चाहिँ क्वेशन फर्ममा छ र क्वेशन फर्मलाई त्यो क्वेशनको एन्सर चाहिँ यस अर नो मा आउँछ भने, त्यो केसमा चाहिँ हामीले कन्भर्ट गर्दाखेरि if we have two options, that is we have to put yes, either yes or whether, sorry, either if or whether, है. yes no question मा answer आउँछ भने if or whether राख्ने. That is rules number 2. Now let's go to rules number 3. What is that? That is हामीले कहिले पनि फर्स्ट पर्सनमा कन्भर्ट गर्दैनौं. हामीले जहिले पनि थर्ड पर्सनमा कन्भर्ट गर्नुपर्छ. Yes, he, she, it, isn't it? So we have to be very careful about its person. First person, second person, third person. Okay, we have to write in third person. All right. And another is, if the sentences has WH questions. Okay, if the sentences begins with WH questions, then exactly, the basic thing is that you have to see if the question starts from, or let's say begins from, how, where, what, who. Okay, if the the very first word comes from WH, then can you guess? त्यसलाई हामीले कन्भर्ट गर्दाखेरि के लेख्नु पर्छ? रिपोर्टिङ verb को रूपमा चाहिँ, रिपोर्टिङ verb को रूपमा, in terms of reporting verb, we have to put asked. ASKED, asked. Rule number 3rd, once again I want to repeat that. यदि question form मा छ र त्यसको एन्सर यस अर नोमा आउँछ भने लेट्स से यदि यस नो क्वेसनको फर्ममा छ त्यसलाई हामीले इन्डिरेक्ट स्पिचमा चेन्ज गर्नुपर्ने छ, कन्भर्ट गर्नुपर्ने छ भने त्यस्तो केसमा चाहिँ वी हेभ ओन्ली टु अप्सन, द्याट इज नन अदर देन इफ लेख्ने अर वेदर लेख्ने। एन्ड एनदर यदि डिरेक्ट स्पिच चाहिँ WH क्वेसनबाट बिगिन हुन्छ भने त्यो केसमा चाहिँ directly or blindly you have to put the word asked, ASKED, asked. Now got the point? Yes. In terms of such things you have to follow the very rules. Now listen, अब यहाँनिर I have brought some of the problems and the solution of those problems are here with. Now धेरै कुरा definition बाट भन्दा theoretically भन्दा you know through the examples we can learn very or let's say sufficient ideas, we can gain many information from that. Now अब direct speech मा छ यो सबै, see, all right, and I have converted the very things into indirect speech or reported speech है त। present simple मा छ he always wears a jacket, he always wears a jacket। मैले भनेको थिएँ we have to be very careful about tense, टेन्स को बारेमा चाहिँ हामी एकदमै केयरफुल हुनुपर्छ रिपोर्टेड स्पिचमा। त्यसैले सी यो सिम्पल प्रेजेन्ट फर्ममा छ। अब मैले के भनेको थिएँ त्यसलाई जहिले पनि पास्टमा लैजानुपर्छ, त्यही फर्ममा वी शुडन्ट रिपिट आवर वर्ड्स इन्टु द सेम फर्म। ओके, डिरेक्ट स्पिचमा जुन फर्ममा छ त्यसैमा वी कान्ट कपी द थिङ्स, अलराइट, वी हेभ टु चेन्ज इट्स टेन्स है। जस्तो he said that, got it? He said that he always wore a jacket. Okay? Now let's go to present continuous tense. And I am writing my homeworks. Subject plus verb ing. Yes? I am writing my homeworks. She said that. She said that I am writing present continuous मा छ, के मा छ, present continuous मा। Okay, now see it is in present continuous form। यो present continuous form लाई के मा कन्भर्ट गरिएको छ, continuous is same but its present form has been transformed into past form. Okay, I am writing my homeworks ko she said that she was writing her homeworks। she said चाहिँ compulsory आउने भयो, हामीले जहिले पनि that ले जोड्छौं। This is also one rule you have to remember, we always merge two very things with that। Okay, the basic things is this। अब सी थियो, यहाँनिर I am भनेपछि प्रेजेन्ट फर्ममा छ। ओके, त्यो इज भन्ने बुझ्नु पर्यो र त्यो इज चाहिँ यहाँ कन्भर्ट हुँदा वाज भयो। सी, we have to be very careful on tense, टेन्स चेन्ज हुन्छ है, be very careful। Now present perfect tense, he has given his performance, he has, present perfect, okay, has plus verb 3 and this is subject। okay, now अब यसलाई केमा लगेको छ हेरौं त, यसलाई it has been taken into past perfect form, it has been taken into past perfect form। he said that, now he said that यो त as usual नै भइहाल्यो, we have to copy it, we have to write it at any cost। okay, we can't avoid these things। अब he has के भयो, had भयो, अघि भनेको थिएँ had plus B3, there is no option यतातिर have or has हुन्छ। subject determines that, singular subject आछ भने singular verb, plural subject आएको छ भने plural verb। okay, our subject is going to determine its verb, So yahanera we have only one option, that is had plus verb 3. He said that he had given. This is verb 3, or let's say past participle form. You have to copy the object itself. Now let's go to the case of past simple. My friend lost her keys. This is subject plus, okay, verb 2 plus object. Which one is subject? My friend. Lost is verb 2. Her keys, okay, that is an object. Okay, past perfect ma ladakeri she said that as it is. Okay, he said that, she said that, he said that, she said that as it is. We are following the pattern. And now see, we have, avoid those inverted commas. We have take out our problem out from those inverted commas. There is no course, and there is no course is no anymore now. So she had, yes ma pani same case huncha. She had lost. Okay, lost means verb 3 form. She had lost her keys. Well, in case of will, I will complete my task within 2 days. Somebody is telling us, I will complete my task within 2 days. कसैले भन्यो, he, see, it, okay, के भन्यो, I will complete my task within 2 days. मैले भनेको थिएँ modal verbs आएको छ भने we have to change our modal verbs. Yes, if there is will, then we have to make it would. If there is may, then we have to make it might. If there is shall, no doubt we have to make it or change it into should. So she said that she would complete her task within 2 days. She said that she would complete. You have to understand that जहिले पनि will पछाडि verb 1. Okay, will पछाडि plus verb 1. See, if it is would, also the same. Would plus verb 1. Okay, you do not forget that. So, would plus complete the root form of this verb. What is verb 1? Verb 1 means the root form of this verb, that is complete. Would plus complete. Okay, now let's go to the last one. There are several modals. You have to keep the things into your mind is that all modal verbs are going to get changed in terms of reported speech. Okay, modal should be changed, tense should be changed, present should transformed into past. Okay, got the point? And we have to merge the very two things with that. We can't avoid that. If the question is in as no question form, we have to convert, or let's say we have to put there either if or whether. Okay, are you getting my point? You have to recall all those rules. Okay, so for proper exploration of this issue, you have to practice a lot. So basically, in terms of I can speak English. यानेर we are not watching its verb form. A verb को कुन form छ? We are not going to watch this here. This is can. It is a modal verb. So she said that. She said that she could. Now can केमा चेन्ज भयो? Could मा. She could speak English. अब will को केसमा मात्रै हैन, can को, okay, could को केसमा पनि COU. LD could को केसमा पनि after could also there will be verb 1 form. Okay. Let's keep these things into your mind. Yes, I have brought bundles of, rules to you. Keep it in your mind. अब मैले भनेको थिएँ टाइमहरु छ भने त्यो पनि चेन्ज हुन्छ, नाउ छ भने केमा चेन्ज हुने भयो? Then. Okay, if there is now, then. Now means time. मैले भनेको थिएँ if there is time, basically time changes into and hence, thence, here, place. In terms of place also, you know, our, okay, in terms of those, it will be so. Today आयो भने we have to change into that day. Tonight आयो भने we have to change into that night. Yesterday आयो भने we have to change it into the previous day or the day before. In terms of yesterday, we have two options. Are you getting my point? You know these things you have practiced a lot during your school days, isn't it? So no need to be very panic, but these are very basic things, but we can't give up these things. Yes? यो धेरै इजी कुरा हो, धेरै हामीलाई धेरै प्र्याक्टिस गरिसक्यौँ, यो बेसिक कुरा हो, फन्डामेन्टल कुरा हो, हामीलाई थाहा छ भनेर इजिली लिन पनि भएन and यसलाई क्विट गरेर we can't come across. Okay, we have to be inside the rules pattern, we have to follow the very things. So I have earlier also I have told to you that place छ भने change, time छ भने change. Okay, now listen, today पनि time मा पर्यो, tonight पनि it also falls to the category of hence के को category, now के को category मा पर्यो, time. Okay, now here के को category मा पर्यो, place को. All right, today, tonight, yesterday, the day before yesterday. Okay, all these four of these, okay, they also come to the category of time. Are you getting my point? All this comes into the category of time. Now, let's go to another one. Tomorrow, the next day or the following day. See, tomorrow, the next day or the following day. Tomorrow going to be the next day or the following day. Okay, tomorrow को पछाडि noun छ भने be very careful है. Tomorrow आउने बित्तिकै यो time adverbial आउने बित्तिकै देख्ने बित्तिकै frequency of time adverbial देख्ने बित्तिकै do not follow the things blindly. Do not write the next day or the following day. You need to explore the case. So go on critically examining the sentences first. Exactly, you have to see if there is noun. Noun means a naming word. What are nouns? Okay, first of all you should be clear on that. आँखाले देखेका हो, हाम्रो आँखाले देखेका entire things के हुन्, noun हुन्. How can we explore noun? Noun is naming words भनेर मात्रै पुग्दैन these days. Okay, त्यो एकदमै लिमिटेड डेफिनेसन भयो. हामीले धेरै बिगिनिङ देखि nouns are naming words भनेर पढ्दै आयौं. Okay, entire आँखाले देखेका, okay, yes, all those things are nouns. अब आँखाले त नदेख्ने तर हामीले feel गर्ने. Yes, sometimes we do feel, we feel that. हो, ती सबै कुराहरू पनि के हुन्, noun हुन्. Are you getting my point? Okay, living things, either it is living things or non-living things. Living things मा पर्ने all things, okay, all those things also comes into the category of noun. अनि non-living things मा पर्ने पनि सबै के हुन् ती, noun हुन्. So be very clear, noun को it has a very wide range. Noun ले धेरै कुराहरू क्याप्चर गर्छ. हामीलाई चाहिँ खाली नेमिङ वर्ड भन्दै भन्दै we have just followed that. Noun को पनि धेरै severals के छ यसको, isn't it? It has a very large horizon. So let's not go there. First of all, noun पत्ता लगाउनुहोस्. If there is noun after tomorrow, then the next लेख्ने फेरि त्यही noun लाई कपी गर्दिने. No need to change that. You have to just pick up that noun and put after the next. Okay. Now the day after tomorrow, it is going to be in 2 days time. Next, the following, last, the previous, ago, before. These those, come, go, this, that. Exactly. Now I hope the very speech, or let's say narration or reported speech, is going to be a piece of cake to my dear student. Is it? I hope you all are happy. Okay. Now, अब एक्जाम्पल पनि गरौँ, केही रुल्सहरू पनि छन्, त्यसलाई फलो गर्दै लेट्स डु सम एक्जाम्पल. इन केस अफ युनिभर्सल ट्रुथ, अब चेन्ज त सबै चेन्ज हुँदो रहेछ, टाइम चेन्ज हुँदो रहेछ, प्लेसको केसमा चेन्ज हुँदो रहेछ हैन, मोडल्सहरू चेन्ज हुँदो रहेछ, टेन्सहरू चेन्ज हुँदो रहेछ, जुन फर्ममा, जुन टेन्सको फर्ममा डिरेक्ट स्पिच प्रेजेन्ट गरेको छ त्यसलाई रिपोर्टेड स्पिचमा कन्भर्ट गर्दै गर्दा त्यो टेन्स पनि कन्भर्टेड हुँदो रहेछ. वी आर नट अलाउड टु राइट, or we have to say, or let's say we are extremely prohibited to copy the same tense into our indirect speech. We come to know the very fundamental things here. Now, Samita said, okay, it is indirect speech. Samita, my name is Samita, that's why I always prefer to write my name, don't mind, okay, never mind. Samita said, man is mortal. Universal truth भने नि मैले. युनिभर्सल ट्रुथ भनेको जहिले पनि के हुन्छ, अकाट्य हुन्छ, त्यसलाई कसैले डिनाई गर्न सक्दैन. वी कान्ट डिनाई द थिङ्स, किनकि त्यो ट्रुथ हो, त्यो रिसर्च गरेर निकालिएको तथ्य हो, त्यसलाई हामी जेनरलाइज गर्छौँ हो. That we can apply the very things into the big masses of people. We can exactly generalize the things. So, man is mortal. नेपालको मान्छे पनि मर्नुहुन्छ, इन्डियाको मान्छे पनि मर्नुहुन्छ. Yes, wherever and whoever. Okay, they have a certain days of life. We are just a guest of this universe, isn't it? So we know the fact, man is mortal. मान्छे त मरणशील प्राणी हो. यो कुरालाई nobody can deny the very things. So that's why it is called universal truth. त्यसैले यसलाई भनिन्छ universal truth. Okay, now how can we change it into reported speech? Okay, we have to be very careful on time, we have to be very careful on models, we have to be very careful on tense. So keep watching. Samita said that. Yes, as it is, we are going to copy. We are merging two very things with that. Okay, man is mortal. Universal truth kaile pani change hudaina. Yes or not? Did you get my point? No universal truth is going to get changed. Okay, Navin said honesty is the best policy. Navin said honesty is the best policy. Yes, basically honesty is the best policy, isn't it? Honesty भनेको त वास्तवमै एउटा राम्रो पोलिसी हो नि. Anyone can apply, anyone can be honest, and if he or she becomes very honest, basically, or let's say no doubt, he or she will have a very bright future, very good personal relation within the members of their community. Yes or not? So Navin said honesty is the best policy. Yo honesty is the best policy भन्ने कुरालाई कसैले nobody can deny. All right, everybody has, everybody has to accept that because it's an universal truth. अब यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले narrate गर्दा, or let's say यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले indirect मा लाँदा, Navin said that as it is, that ले merge गर्ने काम गर्यो. Honesty is the best policy. Okay, we just brought our sentence out from these inverted commas, or let's say quote. यो quote गरिएकोलाई मात्र, it is made out of quotes. All right. So Salina said an orange is sweet. Okay, अब orange is no orange is going to be bitter, हैन. कुनै ओरेन्ज बिटर हुन जाँदै छैन नि त ओरेन्जहरू त स्विट नै हुन्छ यसलाई कसैले डिनाइ गर्न सक्दैन वी हेभ टु एक्सेप्ट द भेरी थिङ सो इट इज अल्सो भेरी युनिभर्सल थिङ सो सलिना सेड द्याट एन ओरेन्ज इज स्विट सो आई होप you have understood it. Now let's do some MCQ. Okay, let's do some MCQ. Hey, he said, go on watching. Okay, it's for you. On the basis of the rules that I have made you informed, or let's say I have informed you, on the basis of all those rules or principles, you have to solve the things. He said, inverted comma le, I clean my teeth twice a day. He said that he cleaned his teeth twice a day. He said that he had cleaned his teeth twice a day. He said that he is cleaning his teeth twice a day. He said that he cleans his teeth twice a day. Okay.
Option A.
A number.
A number. Yes, exactly. Your confusion choice, ma'am. Yes, please.
Option D.
D number. Option D.
D number.
ओके मैले भनेको थिएँ नि टेन्समा बहुत केयरफुल हुनुपर्छ प्रेजेन्टमा लेखेको छ भने पास्टमा चेन्ज गर्नुपर्छ भनेर भनेको थिएँ हो तर त्यो सबैमा एप्लिकेबल हुँदैन नि त we need to explore we need to critically examine the case. Okay, so he said अब कुन कुन हुँदैन भन्नेमा जाउँ पहिला. Okay, जस्तो he is cleaning छ नि कुन कुन के कारणले हुँदैन भन्ने कुरा हामीले जान्यौं भने we will come to the point. है जस्तै he said that he is cleaning subject plus हेर त is mr plus verb ing यो केमा छ क्लीन भनेको कुन फर्ममा छ verb 1 yes or not क्लीन को आफ्नै रूट फर्ममा छ ओके he is cleaning obviously हुँदैन ओके अब he had आयो he had cleaned ओके सिम्पल पास्टमा छ भने यदि हाम्रो डाइरेक्ट स्पीच सिम्पल पास्टमा छ भने मात्रै we have to change it into past perfect त्यसैले यो पनि हुँदैन हामीले दुईटा अप्सन काटिसक्यौं हो अब तिमीहरुले फर्स्टमै भन्यौ he said that he cleaned एक्ज्याक्टली मैले सिकाएको रुल्स अनुसार त प्रेजेन्टमा छ भने त्यसलाई केमा लानुपर्छ पास्टमा लानुपर्छ एक्ज्याक्टली he said that he cleaned his twice a day तर यो केमा छ फर्स्ट पर्सनमा छ हेर त yes are you getting my point केमा छ यो फर्स्ट पर्सनमा छ so in terms of first person we can't change it into केमा हामीले टेन्स चेन्ज गर्न हुँदैन so he said that यो पनि भएन he said that he cleans his teeth twice a day ल है yes the teacher said be quiet boys the teacher said be quiet boys can you guess guys कुन हुँदैन भन्नेबाट लजिक स्टार्ट गर्नुहोस् त कुन हुँदैन किन हुँदैनबाट कुन हुन्छबाट होइन किनकि किन हुँदैन भने we should know the information this is a very correct technique to learn the things okay now the teacher said be quiet boys
Option C.
how can you say please give me the logic present your logic
Option C.
okay probably it must be option C I have no doubt the correct answer is also option C but please present me the logic how can you guess it is number C on what basis केमा आधार भएर तिमीले भन्यौ कि यो चाहिँ नम्बर C नै हो भनेर
Be quiet boys means imperative sentence and imperative sentence has two major interactions.
Very nice. The teacher told the boys to keep quiet. Very nice. Exactly. I like this part of you. You have examined the things very properly. Okay. Now let's go to another option. What is going? Okay. He said to his servant, "Why are you so lazy today?" Why are you हुन्छ है यहाँनिर. Why are you? Why are you? Now please. He asked, oh, यहाँनिर एउटा mistake रहेछ. He asked his servant, "Why are you so lazy that day?" He asked his servant why he was being so lazy that day. He asked his servant why he had been so lazy that day. He asked his servant why he was so lazy that day. But today त obviously केमा चेन्ज हुँदैछ? That day. That day every optionमा छ भनेपछि up to now every option is correct हो. अब are हेर त are. He said to his servant why. अब he said to his servant, he भनेको के हो? सिंगुलर हो. Yes or not? he ले के डिनोट गर्छ? Yes, सिंगुलर हो नि त. अब he ले are त he ले where त पक्कै हुँदैन हो. सो यो भएन. यहाँनिर छ. यो हिसाबमा यति हेर्ने हो भने यो ओके. तर यहाँनिर पनि छ. सो यो ओके. ह्याड बिन यसमा आउँदैन. Isn't it? So अब हामीसँग दुईटा अप्सनमा चुज गर्नुपर्ने भयो. यो हुँदैन भनेर कन्फर्म गरिसक्यौ. यो हुँदैन भनेर कन्फर्म गरिसक्यौ. He asked his servant. मैले भने नि he said to his servant. यदि WH क्वेसनबाट बिगिन हुँदैछ भने त्यो WH क्वेसनमा चाहिँ हामीले के राख्ने भनेर asked. यो प्रत्येक अप्सनमा छ. So from that point of view यतिसम्म each option is correct. So his servant ठिक छ. Why? Okay. Why? he ले के क्यारी गर्यो? प्रेजेन्टमा हामीले कुनै पनि रिपोर्टेड स्पिचलाई लेख्दैनौँ. त्यसलाई हामीले लेख्छौँ पास्टमा. he ले word त पक्कै लिँदैन. He was so lazy that day. I think you got the point. My wife said to me, okay, my wife said to me, "Are you ready for your lunch?" अब यो हेर है केमा छ यो? मैले भनेको थिएँ नि रुल्स नम्बर कतिमा?
Yes, no question.
yes no क्वेसनको फर्ममा छ. yes no क्वेसनको फर्ममा छ भने हामीले केमा लानुपर्छ रे कन्भर्ट गर्दा? कि इफ लेख्ने कि वेदर? Yes, exactly. You are correct. My wife said to me, "Are you ready for your lunch?" Okay. Sorry. All right.
Option B.
Question B. Wow. My wife said me if. Yes. My wife. You have said me. My wife asked me if I was ready for my lunch. That's nice. Okay. Alright, this much for today. Please go on practicing more and more. धेरै भन्दा धेरै प्रिपरेसन गर्नु. ग्रामरलाई भनेको we need a wild, or let's say we need a very wild, preparation. So this much for today. Thank you. Have a very good day. Bye bye.